Yo, we're in here again with one more raving evangelist. Unedited. So many false gospels, false Christs. But the thing that's crazy is when you have these teachers in the church and these people have millions of followers online and you hear them say it with their own tongue. Their own tongue, it's not enough to just believe. You can't just believe and be saved. You can't just have faith. Like, if that's not like an out front, like assault on the gospel, I don't know what is. Jesus made it so simple and man has to confuse everything. And of course he does, right? And that's why everybody's like, oh, the translations. And it's not the translations. It's man has confused it. It's still the written word as it was 2,000 years ago. But man takes his own understanding of the scriptures and puts his own spin on it. Comes up with all these other ideas and false gospels like Jesus didn't die for the sins of the whole world. I mean, we can get into it. They start tying works to your belief and they'll take, verses like faith without works is dead, and they're going off on that, and there's meanings to that. But like I said in another video, but it cut out right when I was talking about it, that's just simply with your relationship with your fellow man. If you have works with your faith, it glorifies your Father in heaven. That's why it says in the Bible, let your good deeds, right, your good works glorify your Father in heaven. So it's all about your relationship with man. Faith without works is dead. That's what it's saying, right? You're only justified in the eyes of God by your faith alone. And that's simple and that's very clear. So those verses have to mean something else. And Jesus speaks in parables too. So you got to do digging, right? Like he says he speaks in parables to confuse the religious and the proud and the people who don't, they think they got something to bring to the table. People who don't know that they're spiritually poor and sick and they're in desperate need of a savior. That's one thing to say that, but then now come to God and say, I'm going to bring my lordship, surrender, my committed life, my making you Lord of all things, all the many things that they say, and they're bringing that to the table of grace after Jesus paid the penalty and did everything for them. It's crazy, but when you see it, you're going to get open to it and you're going to be like, oh my gosh, like this really is the difference between the real Christ and all the other false gods and false Jesuses and gospels and Christ. They all have to do with man having to work his way to heaven in one way, shape, form, or another. And Satan's a deceiver and he blinds the minds of unbelievers with that simple truth. There's only one way we're getting in, and he's coming. He's here, man. He's the God of this world, and his aim is to make sure that we don't believe. It's the only thing that's going to get us in. So anyway, just thought I'd have another little rant on that, but cheers. Peace.